Hi everyone, good morning. This is Shavashish from Hit Bullseye. We'll be giving another couple of minutes as I can see the students are joining in. I request you all to please be on mute and we will start. Thank you. All right, team. So let's get started. I can see still folks joining in. All right. So let me first of all introduce myself. I am Shivashish Agnihotri. You may call me Shiv, sir. And I'll be taking your quant. Right, so let's get started. Quant classes. I can see still joining in.
சரி ஓகே நான் இங்கே வந்து கொடுக்குறேன். நாளைக்கு வர முடியுமா? சரி ஓகே நான் வந்து கொடுக்குறேன்.
Hi students, can you hear me? Please confirm on the chat window. Hi students, can you hear me? Please confirm on the chat window. Okay, let's start. So giving a quick introduction from my side, as I can see, number of participants have joined in. So I'm Shivashi Jagnihotri, and I'll be your quant faculty from Hit Bullseye. And today's topic, what we're going to do is square root plus decimal and fractions. Okay. So how we're gonna go about it is we'll be spending a minute at the question first. I will give you a chance to work through it, and then once you have given it a shot, then we'll discuss what's the best or the optimal way of working through the problem. Okay, and if you have any questions anytime, please feel free to mention the chat window. So chat window is always accessible to all of you, and I request everyone to please be on mute. If you have any questions, any quick points, then you may unmute yourself. So let's get started. First thing which comes to my mind when we talk about square root, decimal, and fractions, that we should have the clear understanding of the square root, how to find the square roots of any given number, and the decimal to, or I would say the decimal or percentage to fraction conversion, and fraction to decimal percentage conversion. We should be very well versed with this conversion. So if I can ask you this question, how many of you know the fraction to decimal conversion for starting from 1 by 3 is what percentage? Can you please tell me? Write down in the chat window. Perfect. So similar to this, we need to know the sequence right from the start. So let's do it. I'll be doing it with you, and you may keep posting it in the chat window. And we should know at least till 1 by 20. All right. So let me just clear it out, and we'll work the blank space we have, and let's write on all of them. So starting with 1 by 2 is what? 50%. 1 by 3, as we already discussed, is 33.3%. 1 by 4 is what? 25%. 1 by 4. Then 1 by 5 is what? 20%. 1 by 6 is what? 16.6%. 1 by 7 is what? 14.28%. 1 by 8 is what? Now 1 by 8 is half of 1 by 4, which is 12.5%. 1 by 9 is the easiest, is 11.11%. 1 by 10 is what? 10%. This everybody knows in the world. 1 by 11 is what? 9.09%. This is 1 by 9 and 1 by 11 are conjugate to each other. You can see these are the opposites. Then 1 by 12 is what? 1 by 12 is the half of 1 by 6. So we can do a half of this. This is 8.33%. Then 1 by 13 is what? 1 by 13 is 7.69%. 1 by 14 is what? 1 by 14 is half of 1 by 7, which is 7.14%. 1 by 15 is what? 1 by 15 is 1 by 3 of 1 by 5. So if I do 20 by 3, which is 6.66%. 1 by 16 is what? Half of 1 by 8, which is 6.25%. 1 by 17 is what? 1 by 17 is 5.88%. 1 by 18 is half of 1 by 9, which is 5.55%. 1 by 19 is 5.26%. And 1 by 20 is 5%. So as you can see, these first 20 numbers, we should know the percentage and the fraction conversion. This will make our calculations and the way we attack a question very fast. Otherwise, every time we have to get into these calculations or numbers, and that will take a lot of our time and effort. So first thing first, we have to have these quick 1 by 2 through 1 by 20 numbers and the corresponding percentage value or the decimal values close to our heart. Any questions or thoughts, team? Students, please mark it on the chat window. And the way to remember this is, I have told you, you have to just remember the first few numbers and then keep dividing it further and taking the base values like 25 or 20 or 16.6, keep dividing it further and you will be able to make it through 1 by 20. All right. On this note, I will go to the next slide. So, okay, so let's talk about the square root. So I'll give you a minute. Can anybody tell me what is the square root of 64009? Can anyone work it out and tell me the answer? Is it the first option, second option, third option, fourth option? I'll give you quick 30 seconds. I'm assuming you're working through it. Okay, I can see some options coming. You're saying fourth option. Let me mark it. Any other answers? Okay, I've got first option also coming. Okay, Kritika. What about others? Okay, I've got another first option. Anybody for second or third? First option I can see from Rajat, Vishwa. All right. So I think we have given enough time. Let's see. Okay, so we've got two options coming here. First option, majority of the students, and some students are saying 803 as well. Let's see what is the answer and what is the best way to figure out the square root of 64009. So the method is that you have to first of all write down the number, and right from the right side you have to take a pair of 2 until we have a single digit. You take that single figure. All right, now what do we go about it? We have to take a number such that we are able to divide this figure in the first we have. So can I take, and we have to multiply the same value with itself. So can I take a 3 over here? 3 into 3 is 9, so it will be higher. So I have to go for 2. So 2 I have to write down here, and we have 4. What is the difference? 2. I'll bring these two down to 40. And the next thing we have to do is I have to add the same number to itself to write down my first digit. Now what should I write down here to make it to make this 240 divisible? So can I go for 6? So let me write it down here. 36, 24, 20. No, it'll be higher. Can I go for 20, 45? 45 will 225. Yes, I can go for 5. So let's do that. 5, 5, 225. What I'm left with is 15. I'll bring the next pair down. 1509. Now, same thing. I'll add The number which I wrote over here, I'll add the same to it, 50. Now, what is the next figure I can see is 9. So I have to write down 3 here and 3 here, 1509. And that gives me my perfect square root, 253. The first option is the right answer. Any questions, team? Students, it is not the fourth option, but the first option. Are we clear on how to identify our square root? Any questions there, please write down in the chat window. I'll give a quick minute for everybody to absorb it. If any questions on this approach, please write down in the chat window. I'll quickly summarize. So what we do is we write down the number. From the right side, we start taking the pairs. And here we are left with 1 digit. And I have to see what is the number I can choose such that I can divide this number. So 2 is making sense. 2 into 2 is 4. The balance is 2. And I have to sum the same number. 2 plus 2 is 4 here. I'll write down the number. Now, what is the value I should take so that I'm dividing this 240? I write down 5 there. 45 into 5. I saw it is 225. And the difference is 15. Now, again, same thing. 45 plus 5, 50. And what is the next number I should write down? The third digit I should write down into 3 again. So 1509 is coming, and I'm able to completely solve, match the value, and hence my square root is 253, not 803. All right. So the right answer to this problem is first option, 253. We'll move to the next one. I'm assuming this method is clear for all of you. Ipshita, I'll request you please go on mute. If you have any questions, please go to the chat window. Okay, so this is the next question we have. The square root of 15625. Can you please tell me the answer for this one quickly? This is an easy, comparatively easy number. I'll give you quick 30 seconds to solve through it. Okay, I have got one answer, which is first option. Let me mark it down. First option by Amrit, Viswa, Nikita Kapoor. Okay, any other answers, team? Okay, Rajat is also saying first option. Darpan, first option. Okay, yeah, this is comparatively easy, and I feel everybody should give the same answer. I'll give another quick 10 seconds if we have any other answers coming. What about others? So we've got 25 students over here. What about others? Everybody is able to solve and get the answer as 125. Mohammed Sufyan has also given the answer. Divyansh Gupta, Tejas Chaudhary, Rishika. Okay, happy to see all the same answers coming. Let's see if that is the right one or not. So 15625. I have a couple of methods to solve this one, but I will use first the method which we saw last slide, and then we'll try to see what are the other methods. Okay, let's solve it now. Thank you. I do the same thing. I take the pairs from the right side, and until I'm left with one digit, I'll take that. So 1 has to go with 1 itself. So 1, 1, 1. I'll bring the next pair down, 56. And over here on the left side, I'll do 1 plus 1, 2. Now, what should I do to divide this? What is the number? Can I multiply it with 3? 23 into 3 is a higher value than 56. So I have to go with 2. 2 over here, and 22 twos are 44. 1, 2 is the remainder. And the next pair will come down as 25. I'll add 2 to it, as I mentioned 2 here. So 2, 4, and 5 is, I can see the next number I have to write down. 245 into 5 is 1225, which gives me the square root as 120. 5 is the right answer. Absolutely. Students, congratulations. All of you are right. Any questions or thoughts on this approach again? Kindly confirm yes or no in the chat window. Okay, Sipran, thank you. What about others? Sure, Amrit. I'm not sure when did you join, but I can quickly explain the method once again by summarizing the same question here. So what do we have is I write down the complete number. Then I start creating pairs from the right side. I take a pair of 2, 25, then 56, and then 1. 1 is the last digit left with me, a single digit, so I have to take that only. Now I start dividing by taking what is the number I should take. So 1 will have only 1 mentioned here. So 1, 1, it cancels out. And what I do is, I'll try to elaborate. I add the same number, what I've written. So 1 plus 1 is 2. I get this number here, 2. Okay. Now I bring the next parent down, which is 56. Now I have to see what is the next number I should write down such that this number is divisible. So 20, can I write down 3 here? No. 3 to 6 is going to be higher than 56, right? So I have to take 2 only. So 2, 2 into 2. I'm multiplying it by itself. So 22 twos are 44, right? So the difference I'm getting here is 1 and 2, 12. I add the same number to it. 2 plus 2 is 4. I get 24 here. Similarly, I bring down the next pair I had, 25. And what is the next number I should mention? And multiply with the same so that this number is divisible. I can see it is straight. 2, 4, 5 into 5 is 1225. And I am able to have my number. And the square root value is therefore 125. This is the way I solve for finding any square root of a given number, whether it is complex or easy. Perfect, Amrit. Thank you. All right. So what is the other way of finding the square root? This, apart from this method, this is, I mean, given any number, I can solve it here. But if I have a comparatively easy number here, I should not be spending this much time on solving, right? What is the other method I have? So other method I have here is I can look at the options because there's none of these over here, right? I can actually check and start working through the options. So if I say the first option, 125, what is the square of 125? If the square of 125 find, I'm able to find the answer, right? Students, a quick request. We already around 27 minutes into the class. I can see still the participants are joining in. So can you please make sure we are joining within the first 5 minutes of the class? Request to each one of you. Going forward, first 5 minutes we should be in the class. I request. Okay. Now, can I try working out the square of the number of the options I have here, and then try to backtrack and see, okay, what is my square root of 15625? So let's do that. For finding a square of 125, I have a simple method. I write down 5 into 5 is 25. This gives me the last two digits. And 13 and 12 into 13, which is n into n plus 1, gives me my first two digits, which is 15625 is my answer. This is somewhere Vedic maths, and I'm not sure if you have gone through the class or not, but this gives a very quick method of identifying my square root for 15625 by the backtrack method. This is again a very faster way of finding my answer. Yeah, clear with this method? This is my way faster method of validating the answer. If there is none of these, if there is none of these, then I will think I have to take a chance or not. Okay. Kindly confirm in the chat window if this one is clear with you. What I'm doing is I'll quickly repeat. 5 square is 25. I'll write down the last two digits. And how do I get my first three digits is n into n plus 1, 12 into 13, which is 156. And this becomes my number. Rishika is saying no. Okay, I just repeated Rishika the way I'm having this number calculation. Now you got it? Perfect. All right, let's go forward. And in this way, I'm able to find my answer. Let's go to the next one and see what is the next question coming. Now I'm sure you should be able to find it in much faster manner. Okay, this is an easy one. So I'll give you 30 seconds. Please go through the question. I'll read out. Which is the smallest number with which 500 should be multiplied slash divided so that it becomes a perfect square? Now, you to please, first of all, tell me what is a perfect square. Perfect square means, can anybody tell me in the chat window what is a perfect square? It is nothing but, okay, I cannot see any answers coming. Students, please confirm what is a perfect square. I'm still not having any answers coming. What is a perfect square, students? A perfect square is nothing but a number which has all the different factors, prime factors, multiples, and the value to the power of that is 2 or an even number. That is a perfect square. All right. So can I write down, okay, what is the answer then to this question? Please tell me. Answer will be 5. Amrit is saying, let's mark it, and let's see what others are saying. Okay, I can see some answers coming as 5. Simran is saying 5. Ritvik is saying 5. Multiplied slash divided. So that we have to see both the ways it should be becoming a perfect square. Okay, any other answers, students? Anybody for first option, second option, or fourth option? What about others? Students, can I have your response? I can still see students joining in. Yes. Anybody else with the answer? Okay, so how do we go about it, solving this question? I can see the answers are comparatively less. Sorry. So how do we solve this question? First thing what we do is we try to have our prime factorization form for 500. Can I do that? So let's do it. 500, 500, and I will see what are my factors for this 500 prime factorization form. So remember, in our childhood days, we used to calculate the prime factors for each of the numbers. So let's do that. So I'll divide by 5, I have 100. Again, I'll divide by 5, I have 20. Again, 5, it will go, I have 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. Right? So what are my prime factors for 500? It is 5 raised to the power 3, as I have 3 factors, into 2 raised to the power 2. Right? This is my prime factorization form for 500. Clear, everybody? Please confirm in the chat window. Until this step, clear, everyone? Perfect. Okay, so now the question is that what we should multiply or divide so that it becomes a perfect square. Now I can see the power for 2 is 2 and it is already an even number. But what about 5? It has a power of 3. Now the next question which comes is, okay, what can I divide or multiply to make it a perfect square? Now if I multiply it with 5, the answer becomes 5 raised to the power 4 into 2 raised to the power 2. It is a perfect square. If I divide by 5, the answer becomes 5 raised to the power 2 into 2 raised to the power 2. Both the, I mean, all the four powers are even. Can you see that? Which means 5 is the number with which I will either multiply or divide to make it a perfect square. And 5 is the right answer. Clear, everybody? Please confirm in chat window. Great. Let's move on to the next one. So the idea is to just have the prime factorization form written and we'll have our answer. Let's go to the next question. Okay, I'll read out the question for you. In a class, each of the students contributed as many paisa as there are number of students. If the total collection was rupees 144, what was the number of students in the class? And the concept here is you have to apply square roots or application method here. Square root, what we have just learned. So please give it a shot. Try working through the problem, and then we will see what is the best method. I'll give quick 20 to 30 seconds for you to solve. Okay, I can see an answer coming. Dapan, Ritvik are saying first option, 12. Anybody else with the answer? Okay. Anybody else with the answer? Okay, I can see 12 by Simran Bhazin as well. I'll give another 5 seconds. Come on, students, let's solve it. Yes, you have to solve through each of the question. My request. Okay, so there are a couple of requests here. First request is, okay, you did not understand the question. No worries, Amrit, I'll explain. So first request to you is that you have to solve all of the questions at least we are trying to solve here. That will help you, first of all, comprehend and understand the concept. And second thing is you can go back and practice all the different sheets we have provided you, the material we have given you in the practice exercise. So attack every question which we are discussing here. First request. Second request is you have to be participative. You have to mention in the chat window whatever is your thought process or whatever is coming to your mind. If you're getting an answer, perfect. If you're not getting an answer, perfect. We will discuss it out in chat window. And third thing is, I will be making a note of the students' names which are coming in the chat window, which are maximum participative and who are giving the maximum right answers. After this, all course will get over the period of 2 months or more. I will be personally giving the rewards to those top 3 performers for all my classes I'll be taking. So this is nothing from the bullseye side, but yes, what I believe, they have made an extra effort to go ahead and make those answers, and yeah, they were hungry to learn. So I can see that I have taught so many thousands and lakhs of students. If I found those top 3 in every batch, I'll make sure I am taking their names and we celebrate those 3 top performers. So don't you think that anything you're writing down in the chat window will not be taken care and it's just for communication? No, I'm making a note of that. So yes, let's make it interactive and super fun and best of the learnings. All right, great. So I can see a different answer. Fourth option, my friend Mudit is saying, let's see. और हम हिंदी में भी बात कर सकते हैं, इंग्लिश में भी कर सकते हैं, पंजाबी में भी कर सकते हैं, तो कोई इश्यूज नहीं है. जैसे आप कंफर्टेबल फील हो, we can do that. All right. Okay, any other answers coming? I'll give last 10 seconds. So I've got 2 answers here. One is 12 and one is 120. Any other answers? Still the students are coming in, which is not a great thing. Okay, let's try to see and solve the question. Okay. Sorry, Amrit Parmar is also saying 12. Okay. All right, so this question, this type of question, I have seen a lot of different examinations, whether it is the bank examination, or it is for on any entrance exam, or for any competitive exams for further education or MBA programs. So this kind of question usually comes. So these are called trap questions. All right. Okay, I can see Darpan is saying 120. Absolutely, I think Amrit has mentioned as a direct message to me. Amrit, so yeah, we'll discuss what is the confusion point here. So it is saying, in a class, each of the students contributed as many paisa. Paisa is what the value to be underlined. It is not rupees. It is paisa is what we're talking about as the number of students. If the total collection was rupees for 144, what was the number of students in the class? So as soon as we look at rupees 144, first thing which comes to our mind, okay, is it a perfect square? Yes, it is a perfect square. And what is the square root of this? We go to the options. Okay, first option, 12. And so I am basically from Punjab, right? So and Punjabis usually have very strong gut feeling, and we see 12 and 144, 12 and 144. Hey, chak de. So we go for the first option and we mark it as 12 as the answer. I can see number of students have done that. But what we forget, and this is a trap, and we actually went into the trap. Chak deya ho ya. But the problem is that many paisa is what the keyword over here is to be followed. So first thing what we have to do is we have to convert this rupees into paisa. So can we do that? So I have rupees 144, which is equal to how many paisas? 14400 paise. Now this is my value which I have to evaluate for my number of students. So it is saying each of the students contributed as many paisa as there are number of students. So can I say, let the number of students be X, and each of the students contributed same number of paise is equal to 14400. Now to find the answer, I have to do a square root of this. Square root of 14400 is what? Answer is 120, not 12. Please check, which is my fourth option, not the first option. That was a trap. And usually the traps are at the first option. I always check my answer because that is how we do maximum time, left to the right, right? So I start from here 12, 144, ta ta ta, chak day, and that's the trap. We usually fall into the trap and don't see, okay, many paisa is a important word there, and you convert into the paise denomination and then start solving, not straight away try to find the square root of 144. Clear, everyone? So right answer is 120, not 12. Any questions on this? Students, please respond on the chat window. All clear? All right. Let's go to the next one. Yes, I'll quickly give you quick 20 seconds. Please solve this one. I'll read the question. A person wants to arrange his colleagues in the form of a perfect square, but he finds there are 12 persons too many. What will be the total number of persons in front row if the total number of persons with him is 796? Please solve the question and then we'll discuss. And I request everyone to please mark their comments in the chat window in the public view only to everyone, not a direct message, because I want everyone to learn from each other queries as well. So please feel free to write down directly to everyone. If you have any specific question, if you could not understand, then you please mark a direct message. Otherwise, please feel free to mark it to everyone in the chat window. Okay, so what is the answer for this one? Okay, I've got from Mudit, it is third option he's saying. Let's check what is the right answer. Anybody else? Simran is saying 28 again. Okay. Ritvik is saying third. Okay, I've got Rajat. Upreti is saying second option, 26. Okay. Last 10 seconds, students. Okay, 28. Amrit. Tejas is also saying 28. Okay, let's see. Any other answers? All right, let's solve it. So what is the statement saying? A person wants to arrange his colleagues in the form of perfect square. So I want the group of the colleagues I'm having to sit in a square form. If I say I have a function happening and I want them to be sitting in a square fashion, okay, but he finds there are 12 persons too many. So this is more of a the statement to understand. If I understand the statement correctly, then I'm able to solve the problem, right? And but he finds there are 12 persons too many. Which means what? Too many means more, extra. What will be the total number of persons in front row if the total number of persons with him is 796? So now what will be the equation if I try to make out of this? So x is the number of the rows or the side of the square he's looking for. X is the value for that, and he found 12 are too many, and the total number of colleagues he's having is 796. This is the equation which will come out of this. isn't it? Or probably x square is the value I'm looking for. So what I'll do is, first of all, I'll subtract 12 from this 796 and see what is the value coming. 784. Now, what is the side of the square I am having? And is equal to under root of 784. What is the under root of 784? Can you please confirm? It is nothing but 28. Perfect. Is the right answer. Third option, not second. Please check. Third is the right answer, not the second option. Because 12 persons too many means 12 people are extra when I'm trying to make them sit in a square. जब मैं उन्हें square में बिठाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, 12 people are extra and I have to remove those 12 people first from 796. Now, once I'm done that, I have got 784 as a perfect square and I can make them sit in a square fashion. X is nothing but a square root of 784. Ideally, we should take a plus and a minus sign over here, considering we are all positive values here. Answer comes out to be 28, which is the third option is the right answer. Clear, everyone? I request everyone to please go on mute. If you have any points, any thoughts, please put it in the chat window. Okay, I'm assuming everybody is clear with how we got this 28, right? Please confirm in chat window. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, let's look at the exercise, class exercise 1, and you will be getting close to 90 seconds for solving this class exercise. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll quickly go to the class exercise and you have to solve it. Once you solve it, we'll discuss. These are again very similar questions what we have just solved. Just a second. Right, and you have to please confirm. I'll spend 30 seconds on each question. Note down the answer with yourself, and then we'll see what are the final answers. Okay, time starts now. 30 seconds for each question. Okay, I can see answers coming as 232 by number of students. Last 5 seconds, students, I'll move to the next question. We'll come back to this. This is a drill happening. Quick 3 questions and see how many of you can solve all 3. Okay, Tejas is saving second option. Okay. Okay, 30 seconds over team. Let's go to the next one. Quick 30 seconds for question number 2. Last 10 seconds. Okay, Amrit has given the answer for this one. Rajat has given the answer. Okay. Kartikeya, Tejas, all right. Ritvik, all right. Last 3 seconds. 2, 1. We move to the third question. Please note the denomination here. 30 seconds start. Okay, Simran has given the answer. Mudit has given the answer. Okay. Yash Bajaj has given the answer. Okay. Okay. Now I think should not be a problem. Yes. Last 5 seconds. Okay. Ipshita. All right. Time is over. Time is up. Please check your answers. First, second, and third. Have you got the right options for all three? Please check. Congratulations for all three. If you have got three right answers. Perfect. All right. How many of you got all three right answers? I can see Simran, all correct. Perfect. Karthik Kumar also got all three right. All right. Yash, Ipshita, wonderful. Mudit, Arpit, amazing. So now you got the flow, right? So this is the way we're going to do it. First of all, we'll try to have some questions practice done, and then a quick class exercise to see, okay, how many of us can, get those answers right when kept against time, because that is where the engine starts. And when we are against time, then we are, into the best of the elements or least of the elements. So time is what is very important. Okay, so let's quickly see what are the answers for each one of them, and I mean, how do we solve for each one of them, right? Okay, so first thing what we have is the square root of 53824. How do we go about it? 53824, two pairs, one last digit, 2 to the 4, 138, 2 and 2 4. Now what should I multiply here to get my 138? 4 fours are 16, it'll be higher. 4 3 1 2. Let's do it. 4 3 4 3 into 3 is 339. 129. Yes, 3 goes 129. What is the difference? 9 24. And the sum I'll write down here. 4, sorry, my bad, it was 3 here, right? 46. Now what is that last number I should mention here to bring it as 924? Can I write down as 2? Yes, I can. 924. My answer comes out to be 232. Second option is the right answer, right? This is the way we find the square root of 53824. Just very similar method what we have done earlier. Now let's quickly go to the next one. Okay, so what is the smallest number with which 250 should be multiplied so that it becomes a perfect square? So first thing which comes to our mind is, let's find the prime factorization form for 250. Let's do it. 250, easy one. Let's do it by 550, 5 10, 5 2 2. So the prime factorization form for 250 becomes what? 5 raised to the power 3 into 2. Now both the to the power 1 I'll write down. So both the powers I can see are odd over here. None of them is even. I have to make both of them even. So what should I multiply? Smallest number. So it has to be multiplied with nothing but 5 raised to the power 1 and 2 raised to the power 1. And if I multiply it, the bases, if are same, the powers get added. We know that. 5 raised to the power 3 plus 1 into 2 raised to the power 1 plus 1, which makes it 5 raised to the power 4 into 2 raised to the power 2. Absolutely. The number which we multiply it with, 5 to 2, 10, is the right answer. Second option is correct. Right? Clear, everyone? This was a quick one. Let's go to the next one. In a class, each of the students, now this is again very similar to what we solved, where we had a trap. Here also we have a trap. Where is the trap? Second option. People will see, okay, 930. Chak deya. And we fall into the trap. But we have to look at the denomination again. Many paise is what they have mentioned. And we have to see, can we convert this into paise first? So what is our total value we have in paise? 900 and 200, which is my bad. This is my total value of money I have. And what was the number of students? So I have to just take a square root of this, which comes out to be 300. Third option is the right answer. Right? Everybody clear on this? I'm assuming this was a quick one, and most of you who could not solve at the drill time are clear with the answers now. All right, let's go back to our main presentation and continue the questions we were solving earlier. So we were here, we did that, and next what we have is the decimal and fraction. All right, now the next thing which comes in our mind is, I'll open the chat window. Next thing which we come to look at is the decimal and the fraction piece. Okay, so now the question next comes is, what is the fraction value of 0.545454? So 54 is repeating value over here, as you can see. I'll give you quick 20 seconds to check what is the answer for this one. If you can tell me the answer, please write down in the chat window. I'll take a quick pause. These are the recurring decimals, and the value 54 is repeating, and we have to convert this into the fractional value. How do we go about it? Anybody has any clue? Otherwise, I'll quickly get into details. Okay, no worries. We'll quickly solve it. Okay, I have got some answers here. Okay, 27 by 50, 54 by 100. Okay, again, Simran, 54 by 100, we have to always take the fraction in the lowest possible form. So the answer is same. I mean, similar to what Mudit has given. I'm not sure, Mudit, it is right or wrong. Let's check if it is right or wrong. But yeah, it has to be always in the lowest form. All right, let's see what is the answer. I've got a couple of questions, a couple of answers. Let's see if they are right or not. So my fraction is 0.54, 54, 54, and so on till infinity. Now I can also write down the same thing in the bar fashion. So I put a bar on top of the values which are repeating again, and that is my way of representation. Now, if I have to write down in the fractional value, how do we go about it? We write down the term which is repeating, 54, divided by, we write down the number of nines the values are repeating. Number of times I have to write down 9, the values are repeating, which is what? 99. 2 times, there are 2 digits which are repeating, 5 and 4. I'll write down 9 2 times. This is my fraction. Now, next thing I will check is that can I reduce it down to a lower value, not 100. Can I reduce it down to a lower value? Because fraction has to be in the lowest form, and then only it becomes an answer. The always has to be cancelled out whatever best we can. Okay, so I can see it is getting divided by 9. I mean slashed off by 9. Let's do that. 6 nines are 54 and 11 is 99. So my answer to this problem is 6 by 11 is the answer, not 27 by 50 nor 54 by 100. That is the way we have to solve our fraction piece for this 0.44. Everybody clear? I'll repeat the method. So what you have to do is you have to just see first of all which of the values are repeating in the fractional in the decimal value. You write down the value once. 54 I've written, divided by, in the denominator you to write down the number of nines, the number of digits which are repeating. Over here there are 2 digits which are repeating again and again and again. I'll simply write down 9 that many times. That is all. And then I have to slash and see what is the minimum value I am getting for the same. Can I slash it down further? Answer is no. So hence my answer is 6 by 11 is the answer. Clear, everybody? Please confirm in the chat window. Perfect. Mudit said it's clear. Rajat, okay. This is the way to go about it. Let's go to the next question and then try creating the fractional value of the decimal value given. I'll go to the next one. Now please find the fractional value for this one. There is one more component to it. We will see. Please attempt this question first. Quick, 30 seconds. Please confirm the answers, what you're getting. Okay, I've got one answer, 9 by 11. Okay. Any other answers? So here I will give you a clue. Here we have the 6 also in front of the repeating values that you do please check. So I've got this 6 also present. That is a very critical thing to check. It is all not repeating. 81 and onwards is everything fine. Yeah, we can put a bar there, but this 6 also has to be dealt with. Please check. Okay, I've got another value from Rajat, 79 by 111. We will check, Rajat, if that is the right answer or not. I'll write down the fraction in the meantime. Okay, Amrit himself saying 9 by 11 is wrong. Please, Amrit, if you can share the answer you're getting now. I'll write down the fraction in the meantime, the decimal value in the meantime. Okay, so how do we go about it? So the previous question we saw, after the decimal place, all of the values were repeating, right? Let's see how do we go about this. So in this case, what we have to do to convert this into a fraction, I will write down first of all the numbers which are repeating plus the number which is non-repeating one time. So 681 is what I am getting, right? Only once I have to include the number which is repeating, minus I have to subtract the value which is non-repeating. I'll write down the non-repeating number here, which is 6 over here in this case, right? Divided by, I will write down the nines for the number of digits which are repeating. Here it is 2. I'll write down 2 times 9, and 0 I have to include for the number of digits which are non-repeating, which is 1 over here. I'll write down 0 ones, which is 990. This becomes my value or the formula for converting into a fraction. Now, what is the value I'm getting? 681 minus 6 is 675 divided by 990. Like I said, I will convert this into the lowest form possible. Let's do that. I have 1, then I have 3, 5 divided by 1, and I have 49, which is 9, and 48, 135 by 198. I can see further, I can slash it out by what? By 9, I can do it. 9 twos are 18, 9 twos are 18, and 9 ones are and 5. 15 by 22 is the right answer, which is least value, and I cannot slash it further. So 15 by 22 is the answer. Please check. This formula is what we have to remember. That I will write down the digits once, 681. I'll repeat what I have done. Minus the non-repeating, divided by number of nines which are repeating 2 times, and number of times the 0 will come is the count for non-repeating. This becomes my generic formula for all the decimal values to fraction conversion going forward. So my answer is 15 by 22, not 9 by 11, not 79 by 111. I know this particular approach was not shared earlier, considering we have got this question the first time, but good you made that short. Clear, everyone? What is the approach? Perfect. Everybody else, please confirm. Okay, I can see yes. Let's move ahead. I'll give you the next question, and let's see if you are able to now get the right answer. Okay, next question we have is the fraction comparison. Which of the fractions is the greatest? Please confirm which of the answers comes out to be the greatest. I'll give you quick 30 seconds. All of them are kind of similar, but still we have to check which of the following fraction is the greatest. Please check and confirm. Any answers coming? Amrit, Simran, Ipshita. Okay, we've got first option here, Mudit. 21 by 23 is coming for majority of the students here. Ria is saying A option, first option. Okay. All right, let's solve it. How do we go about it? So when we are given with multiple fractions and which are very close to each other, how do we go about it? So my bad. How do we go about it? We write down the fraction. Which of the two? I mean, I'll take any two. Let's take first and the second fraction here, and I want to compare which one is a higher fraction, right? I want to see, okay, is it this way, or these are not equal for sure. Yeah. So which of the one from these two is greater? Mujit is also saying 1. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just cross multiply the values. 23 into 19 and 21 into 21. 21 into 21 I know is 441, right? I'll just write down the number here on the top of it. 23 into 19, let's do it quickly. 27, 9 to 18, and 20, 3 to 7, 437, which is a lower number than 441. Whatever the number is higher is my higher fraction. The value of that fraction is bigger than the other one, which means this is greater than 19 by 21. Clear? This is how we compare the fractions. So out of the first two options, I know that the first one is having a higher value. Now I'm left with two more options. 21 by 23 I'll take again, and I'll take the third option, which is 17 by 19. I'll again try to do the same thing, cross multiply and see what are the values coming. Let's do it. 21 into 19 is how much? 9, 18, 1, 1, 2, my bad. 9, 9, 3, 399. I'll write down the number on top. 23 into 17. 23 into 17 is how much? 21, 7 to 14, 16, 3, 2, 1, 9, 3. 391, which means what? Again, 21 by 23 is higher than 17 by 19. Straight, I'll have my answer. I've checked with 1 and 2, I've checked with 1 and 3. Only option left is fourth option. Let's do that. I'll quickly clear this out. I have to just check with the fourth option. If that is, I'll get my answer. Which of the two is the greatest of all? 21 by 23 and 47 by 53. I'll again do the cross multiplication. 21 into 53. As I can see, the number is itself coming higher. Let's check that. 21, 3, 5, 6, 10, 3, 11, 1, 1, 1, 3. And 47 into 23. Let's do that. 21, 12 to 14, 14, 1, 4 to 8, 1, 9, 1, 8, 1, 0, 8, 1. 1, 1, 3 is way higher than 1, 0, 8, 1, which means my 21 by 23 is the greatest of all the four. And that's the way I have to find my answer. First is the right option. 21 by 23 is the greatest fraction amongst all. You were right. All the first options are correct. Clear, everyone, how to do the fraction comparison and find my answer? Everybody, please confirm. Perfect. Simran is saying yes, sir. What about others? Clear, everyone? How do we compare the fractions? Okay, Pshita is saying yes. Rajat is saying clear. Just cross multiply, whatever value is higher, that's the fraction which I'm having the bigger one. But the idea is we have to pick up pairs, one after the another. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, I have a quick question. After spending 2/5 of the income, a person has 120 with him. Find his total income. This is a quick one. I'll give you quick 20 seconds to please tell me the answer in the chat window. Okay, Ritvik has given 300 as the answer. Kartikeya 300. Simran 300. Rajat 300. Okay, I can see out of 300 it's coming more than 300. What about others? This is a quick one, right? So how we can go about it? Let the total income of a person is X. Okay, total income Now, after spending 2/5 of this income, what is the income left? 3/5 of the income is left, right? Left income. And a person has rupees 120. So can we equate the two? Yes, of course we can. Now, what is my x? 120 into 5 by 3. 40 into 5 is what? 200, not 300. Please check. After spending 2/5 of his income, a person has 120 with him. After spending 2/5 of his income, all of you cannot go wrong, right? I have to just equate what is left with him, isn't it? Not the one which he has spent. 3 by 5x is what is left, and that is equal to 120, not 2 by 5. And x comes out to be 200 is the right answer, not 300. Please check. Clear, everyone? So I have to equate the values which are with a person afterwards, not what he has spent. Okay, Simran is saying no. Let's repeat, Simran, for you. I'll do that. So after spending 2/5 of his income, a person has rupees 120 with him. So I have assumed total income to be X. And after I spent 2/5 of the fraction, what is the fraction which is left? Now I am, just writing down left income. How many, मेरे पास कितने पैसे बच गए हैं? After I have spent the 2/5 of my income, I am left with 3/5 of my income, correct? And it is saying a person has 120 with him. 120 rupees मेरे पास बच गए हैं, which is equal to 3 by 5 of the x. And I just cross multiply. X comes out to be 120 into 5 by 3. 14 to 5, 200 is the total income I had initially. Straight? There is no complex calculation here. Unitary method. Perfect. So, but what is important here is why we got so many 300 answers is because हमने यहाँ 2 by 5 को equate कर दिया 120 के साथ. But after spending 2 by 5 of the income, this is important. This word has to be critically read. And then we have to equate, okay, 3 by 5x is equal to 120, not 2 by 5. That we have to check. This is again a trap. You have to please check. Okay. Now everybody clear? All right, let's go ahead. I'll go to the next question. Please check the statement and then answer it. Now, this is again on similar lines. Please check. I'll give you quick 30 seconds to solve this one. I'll quickly speak the problem here. A spent 6 by 7th of his income on food, 4 by 5th of the remaining on clothes. Now, this is important. Please note, of the remaining. Then 2/3 of the remaining on education. If he still has rupees 105 with him, find his total income. Now, please check, what are we equating here? What are we equating basically? You have to just see, you can assume the total income to be X and then see what is the left hand side of the equation, and the right hand side, I know that rupees 105 is left with him. So I'm basically checking what is the left value with him. Please check. Any answers? I'll give quickly last 10 seconds, otherwise we'll solve it. Mudit, Riya, Simran, Ipshita, any answers? Amrit? Okay, Mudit is saying 250. Let's check. Let's check, Mudit, if that is the right answer. Everybody, please participate. You have to solve these questions to get the flow and comprehend. Make the best use of the time, students. This is once in a lifetime opportunity. Telling you, everybody should participate. Yeah, it can't be 250 because 105 is left with him after so many of these pendings. So yeah, no worries. Check again, Mudit. What is the right answer? Okay, let's solve it. Let's solve it. No worries. So what I'll do, I'll just do the same approach like I did the last question. Uh, let the total income be X. Okay. Now I have to just check what is the LHS and what is the RHS. So what I look for is what is the remaining income he is having every single time. Okay. So if he spends 6/7 of his income on food, what is the income he's left with? 1/7 of the X is the income he's left with after spending on food. Now, this is what is remaining. Then he's saying 4/5 of the remaining on clothes. This is the remaining. 4/5 he's spending. What is left? 1/5 is left again after spending 4/5 into 2/3 of the remaining on education. Now this is the remaining. 2/3 is what he's spending. Now what I'm left with? 1/3 of this. I'll put a double bracket for your better understanding. Now this is equal to what? This is equal to 105, isn't it? I'll repeat how I got this flow. 1/7 of X is my income which I'm left with after spending on food, right? Next is 4/5 of the remaining. I spend 4/5 of this. What I'm left with is 1/5 of this. This is the remaining after I make the expenditure on clothes. Right now we've got one answer, 11025. Let's see if that is the right answer. All right. Then after we make this expenditure, 2/3 of the remaining on education. Now what I'm left with again, 1/3 of this value is what I've left with, and that is equal to he's having 105 with him. Now I have to just cross multiply and see what is the answer. I'm getting 35 into 3 is 105. I am having 105 ka whole square. I can apply a Vedic math here and have my answer as 11025 as the final value. How I go about it? I add 5 to it, and 5 square 25 becomes my last two digits. 11025 is my total income. Correct, Ritvik and Pushp Kant is the right answer. 11025. So you just see what I am equating on the left hand side and the right hand side, and I get my answer. Clear, everyone? Please confirm in the chat window. All right, let's go to the next one. Class exercise 2 from PDF. So last 3 minutes, I'll give you this class exercise. Same drill, 3 minutes, and you have to solve the 3 questions. All right, let's do it. Time starts now, team. Let's see who all will get all the 3 right this time. Last 10 seconds. You just see what is repeating, what is non-repeating. Last 5 seconds. Let's go to the next one. Ascending order. So you have to arrange them in the increasing order of the values. 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Okay, we've got one answer. We've got it from Tejas and Rajat. Simran, 13. You mean 1 or 3 option? Okay, let's move on to the last question. 30 seconds. Okay, no worries. Okay, we've got 400 as the answer here. Right, now we are getting the right answers. Perfect. Perfect. Last 10 seconds, students. Now we got the flow. Yes. All right, time is up. Please check your answers. Please check your answers. First, second, and third. Kindly confirm who all have got all the 3 right. Perfect. Ipsita, we've got Karthikeya. The first one was tricky. It was a bit time intensive. Second and third was quick, right? All right. So I think anybody else who got all the 3 right? No worries. No worries. No problem, Simran. Next time. So what we have to do is we have to, okay, let's zoom out and let's try to go back to our main presentation. Right, so this is where we were. All right, so I think that is all from my side today. So what we learned, let's try to recap. We learned, first of all, I'll quickly go back. What did we learn in the whole class today? I really request each one of you to please attend the class at the right time. 5 minutes is the buffer I give, and then we, you know, we start our whole discussion. So if you miss any time, that will be purely your loss and will not be able to compromise because the flow will be building upon one after the another. All right, so what did we learn today? So we learned basically what is the square root, what is the method of calculating the square root. We found the way of calculating square root. Any given number, just create the pairs and find the square root. We did that. Then we found how to, calculate the prime factorization and what should we multiply or divide to make it a perfect square. Then we also saw that we have to look for the denomination for solving our questions and then read the statement and then attack the question accordingly. Then again, how can we create a expression, algebraic equation out of the statement given. That was also important. Then we went through the class exercise. Then we came to the decimal and fraction, how to convert the decimal to a fraction piece, the formula for that, the repeating, non-repeating, which of the two are greatest, right? And how do we find the total income? What is spent? What is the leftover? And how do we equate? Again, the same thing. And then we saw the class exercise. So that is what we learned today. I hope you had good learning and good shortcuts on how to go about solving these questions. I strongly recommend you go back and practice all of these uh, percentage and the fraction and the decimal conversion related questions and the square related questions in all your practice exercises. That is all from my side. Thank you so much. It was great working through the questions along with you. I hope you had good learnings, and please share your valuable comments in the chat window if you want this session to be valuable. It was great working with all of you. Thank you. And I have made a note of the students who were super active and responding throughout the session. And I had a great time. Thank you so much. Until next time. And I will see you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, all. Have a fantastic day ahead.